Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So reports. Why reports are used? Reports are used for generating data from backend, like using the backend object like tables through dataset and present it in good manner, like you in a good format, like PDF or Excel or text format that can be presented to the management, or it can be used for analysis and data, like data comparison and so on. Okay, so the report and reports can be built using the task which is available under under reports and analysis
Analysis. Yeah.
analytics. And we have few, like I believe we already saw this, right? Yeah, yesterday we saw this, but yeah, I'll just
Yeah.
reiterate. Like
Yesterday.
yes, so there are few options under create. Maybe we can directly go into uh, tool. So it's going to be tools. So under tools, we have reports and analysis analytics. So once we click on that, it will land here in this page. Okay, and there are two ways to create a report. We can either do it using the create option, report and analysis. Otherwise, we can browse catalog, click on browse catalog, and if you notice, it gets opened up in a new tab. Okay, so it gets opened up in a new tab, and over here we can create it, create the object whichever is required for us. Okay, so these many objects are available under this. Analysis and interactive reporting is the first option, like first set. Okay, this is
Mhm.
used mostly for analytics. And then we have the mobile application, and then we have the published reporting, which we will be looking at today. And then we have API related, like yeah, API related tasks. Okay,
Mhm.
so to create, like before we create any report, like even if we click on the report, a data model is required. So if you see, actually there are two ways to create a report. Okay, one is using a data model and using this wizard. This is a wizard, right? So where we, if we have a next button and so on, so we call it as a wizard.
Yeah.
Okay, and here we can select a layout and then create charts.
Data model and wizard, right?
um I did not get you, like
Two ways to create a
a
report.
report. No, no.
Yeah.
Two ways to create a report is like one way is to use this particular wizard,
Yeah.
and other way is to use this option, like this option, generate RTF layout based on selected data model. There are few
Okay.
options, right? These options are available. So this is to prepare or create it manually. So we will create it manually instead of using the wizard. Okay.
Okay.
And for both the both wizard as well as this type, we it is required for us to create a data model. So data model is to prepare or create a data set at the back end, which can be used to create a report. So a report model and a data model is required to create like layout model. Sorry, a layout model and data model is required to create a report.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so to create a, data set under the data model, we need to click on. I'm not sure if you have noticed this. So we have to click on the plus sign which is available here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
are you able to see this?
Yeah.
Okay. So as soon as we click on plus sign, we will be landing in datasets. So this page we will be landing here, and here we have to select one of these options. Okay. Now we will go with SQL query. Okay, we'll go with SQL query. So let's give us sample data type, and the database names can be picked up from here. Okay. So like when we are working on a client's system, we will know that this is the database name. So we will know the database name and so on. So we will have to get it from them. And then the type of SQL, if you see, we have a procedure called non-standard SQL and standard SQL. For our example, like to practice, we will use the standard SQL. Okay. And uh, to become a like this is mostly used, like as mentioned previously, this is mostly used by technical consultant or techno functional consultant. As
Mm-hmm.
a functional consultant, it is not necessary that we know to build all these like reports, because to build a report we need to know SQL scripts as well as the table structures. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it is not necessary to know this, but it is good to know this. And if you're interested, like if you're interested towards building a report, then that's an additional advantage for a application like implementation consultant, like functional side. So if you are in the functional side and still you know how to build reports, that's an added advantage.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Mm-hmm.
So here let's type select person underscore ID, and then first underscore name, last underscore name, and maybe full name. Or what we can do, we can look for the tables and fields. Okay. And from there we can pick up the one which is required for us. So whatever we want, we can pick it up. So it will be available under tables and screens. I mean tables and views, right? And mm, global human resource, right? Let's see this. Um, PR person, PR underscore job person name. Yeah, this is the one which we are going to use. Person underscore names underscore F. So person underscore names has few details, right? Title. So let's use title also. So I'm using these like I'm using this. I'm going to introduce this table here. Okay. So from um, PR underscore person underscore names underscore F. Okay. And we can introduce or we can use whatever fields required to us, required for to create this particular like reports. So maybe we can use this link as a cheat sheet. So ideally we should know what are the fields available in these tables. Like it's not necessary that we know it by heart, but we need to understand where it is used, how it is used, and so on. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we can take full name. So or we have already taken first name and last name. So we can either take full name or mm, these are additional information. If you notice, all these are additional information. Mm, that's all. Okay. So we have created only the basic like basic information. Um, Name type. Oh, why not? Why not? We add
Suffix.
suffix, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's add suffix. use anything like this is just for an test purpose, right? Okay, and then we have to click on OK. So this will generate the data set. Now data set has been generated, but it's not been saved. So I'm just going to click save, which is available on the right side. And over here, if you notice, there are multiple, there are multiple folders, right? Two folders are there. One is a shared folder and another is my folder. So when we say my folder, uh, this is something which I will be able to use.
Okay.
Okay. So client won't in the sense if I have a if I have a login user and you have a login user, and if I'm saving it here, you won't be able to view it. So we have to make sure that we are saving it in the shared folder. Maybe we can create a folder and then save it. Yeah. So let's create a folder. So I believe we have an option here, right? Yeah. So let's name it as. mm, Shall I add your name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all right, I believe, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ipsita, and under Ipsita, we are going to save this particular data view, dataset, data view dataset. So sample data set, okay, or first dataset. We can have it as first dataset. First dataset. Mm, this dataset has or displays is basic dis basic employee name level information. So we have to provide proper description, which will help us in the future. Like we will not understand now because we know what we are building now, but maybe after a couple of days itself, we'll forget why we created this. So for that purpose, we have to make sure that we provide proper name. Okay. So it says saved, right? So sample data set. So sample data set is saved here. And over here, if you notice, if we want to add, like you have seen this here, right? See, you have seen everything here, right? You're able to view it. But in case we want to change the order, or if we want to add few more values, what we have to do is click on menu, edit dataset, and you can always like update the SQL script, okay, SQL query in the dataset. Yeah. So once this is completed, let's see what is structure. So in structure, if you see, it is showing us what data and I mean is or what fields are available in a structured manner, and there is something for sorting also, right? We can use it for sorting, and if the value is null, what we should show. Okay. So if this value suffix is null, what we have to show, maybe we can say no suffix. No suffix available. So some system will, some people will ask like if there is no uh, what to say date of leaving or contract end date, then please show as um, mm, uh, permanent employee or something.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just giving an example. This may not be the case. I'm just giving a hypothetical example. Like if this, so that's those are options, and we have something called display name. So from your opinion, like what do you think? Like um, what will happen if we change these values and these values?
It's like it's SQL program, right? You can't,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Please go ahead.
can't change anything in XML or, yeah.
No, no. Like what I'm saying is, it is possible for us to change. See, if over here I'm changing this as, okay, it's better I show you. Yeah, last name. Okay, I'm changing it as last name. It was last underscore name, and everything was in capital letter. And over
Yeah,
here, if you notice, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change everything. Uh,
it's
person.
going to show an error because it's not the way the
No,
program is.
no, no, no. It will not show an error. It will not show an error. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you. Name, last name, and suffix. Okay. So we have created the what is this? We have created the data structure. Okay, and this is the output. How XML output. So structure output. So we are looking at the structure output. So structure is going to be like this. So DS, though, so the output descriptive XML output is going to be like this, and the actual output is going to be like this. So don't worry if you're not able to understand, or if you feel that it's little bit weird or something. Don't worry about that, because anyway, once you start working on this, you will know it, right? You will get to know it. Yeah. As previously mentioned, we it might require multiple times, like multiple practice session to
Mm.
have these things, to memorize all these things. Okay, so don't worry about that. So give me a second, I'm just taking a screenshot of all these things and putting it in the uh, PPT, so that it will be helpful for you tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm just changing all these things, right? I've changed this, and the output is going to be like this. And data over here, if you see, we can see what are data available, like the top 10, top 100, maybe we can have top 50, and click view. So the system is bringing all these details. See, all these details from the backend table. So the
Mm-hmm.
table name is uh, what is the table name that we used? per person underscore, like per underscore person underscore names underscore f, right? This is the table that we have used. So we are using this site as a cheat sheet. So person name, underscore f. So this is the table name that we have used, and we are using all these like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? All these 5 fields.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just assuming that you know what is table and what are fields, what fields are. Yeah. So if you need more clarity on this, please let me know. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we can add multiple queries, multiple data sets. Okay. We can add multiple data sets, and we have seen structure, and under data we have seen only 5 data. Yeah. Let's select
So
50.
this is used only to pull a report, like when we want to pull some first name,
Yes.
last name,
Not
like
just
that,
first
or
name, last name, but yes, of course. It is
like
used whenever we need
country,
it in a hard copy, as a hard copy.
like
Or
country, or
yeah, we can.
start date or end date of employee, like that, right?
Yes, yes, we can. So for that, we need to know what joins are: inner join, left outer join, right join, outer apply, all those things, so that we can combine more than one table. We can combine multiple tables together, and then create a report. Okay, using
Yeah,
with, yeah, please go ahead.
like we have it in field class, right? We pull the report, right? Like timesheets every week,
Yes,
or we
yes,
pull a
you are
report
correct.
or
You are correct.
SOW. Yeah,
Yes,
it's
yes,
just like that. But here we
yes.
have to put some SQL, um, like what do you say,
SQL script.
SQL,
Yes,
SQL.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. We have to create a SQL. Like we have to generate the data set based on SQL script. which can be used. Okay. So yeah, maybe today we can, if you go through this, like if we go through this, we will understand what it is, what are things available, and so on. See,
Yeah.
so over here, if you notice, like I'm not sure why image is not coming. Okay, so if you notice, it's a tree view. So this is the XML view,
Mm.
and this is table view. So these many like items or fields we have used. Okay, and if you notice something else, I haven't taken a screenshot of that actually. So maybe in structure we have changed these names, right? I have changed only last name. In XML tag name, I have changed last name, and in
Mhm.
display name over here, which is under the business view, yeah, which is under the business view, I have changed all the names. Display names, I have changed everything. Correct.
Mhm.
So when I go to data and select top 10 or something and click on view, if you notice here, the last name has changed. It is
Mhm.
not last underscore name anymore. It's just last name. And one more thing that I'm noticing here is I have provided it in, I believe I provided it in camel case.
Mhm.
Yes, I have provided it in camel case, but here it is appearing in capital letter. Yeah,
Mhm.
which means it takes like whatever we give, it is going to pick up it as a, I mean, in capital letter only. Maybe
Oh.
that's how it's been built. But the name, if we change it, like this is without an underscore, so that's
Mhm.
all right. And in the table view, if you notice, person ID, title, first name, last name, suffix, all these are updated. See,
Mhm.
right? So this is going to be like, this is an example where like we can say that this is going to be a front end, like something, this is going to be something similar to the front end. So we are saying that the title should be like, or the column header should be like this, in this format, particular format or
Mhm.
something. So let me select 100 and then simply save the report actually. Yeah, I have saved the report now. And once we have saved it, mm, so we can use, like we can proceed with the creating the reports. Okay, we can click on create report, layout and the template builder depending on sample data. Click cancel and you need to return a small number of row and save as sample data. Click OK to exit without sample data. So BI publisher layout editor and template builder depend on sample data. Looks like this requires sample data. BI report requires sample data. So let's give save as sample data. So we have saved this as a sample data. Maybe this will be used to preview, provide a preview in the report. So now we are creating the report. Here, if you notice, see the data model has been selected. First data set, yeah,
Mhm.
dot .htm has been selected. Data model has been selected. And as you see, it's a guide me, like it's a method to create a layout and like report actually. So we are not going to use it today, use this today. We can use it later on. Like instead, we can use the RTF to generate a template. So
Mhm.
we'll put it as first report, yeah, and generate model name. Oh, we haven't selected a model name. So let me select a model name. So before we use it, no, we have to select a model name, it seems. So we are inside this. So I'm going to select model name. So over here, if you see, data model is first data set, and then I'm clicking on generate RTF layout based on selected data model. So that's why it is asking for data model over here. So now I'm going to give first report. Generate. Yeah, if you notice here, it has value report. Yeah. So we have to save this report before we can view this report.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to save it in the same folder, your where I have provided your name, Ishita. So I'm going to have set it as first report. Yeah, and okay. Okay, and then view report. It gives us the Oracle name, and this is how our report is going to look. Okay, so we are going. I mean, this is how it is going to look. So we can. What we can do is. Give me a second. This report. We have. So these are the options that can be used. Like uh, so let me take a screenshot of this. Insert here. We have taken this first report. We will be able to select in which style we need this particular report to be. Okay, it can be in any style, right? It can be either as HTML, PDF, or Excel, or PowerPoint, or RTF. So let's select PDF just to view how it is. Okay, see, a PDF report has been created, and we can save this. Okay, we can either save this or download it. Yeah, so we can have it in a PDF format and say Excel. Let's see how it looks in an Excel format. Report completed. So it got downloaded. Okay. So these are the different types of. Oh, okay. This is my. Sorry. So I think my personal file just got opened. Okay. Cool. So okay. So I hope you are able to understand how to create, right? How to create a data set and then a report. But we are still there are still few more things to see. So let's close this. Then oh, sorry, HTML view. I believe it is a HTML view, which means on screen we are able to see this, and we have options to schedule this. Like if we want to send this report on a daily basis or based on some criteria, we can schedule this, and that option was available. Like let me show you. That option is available in under the action. Okay, under the action button, it is available. So let me quickly take a screenshot of this as well. So this is a bit technical. Okay, this is a
Yeah.
little bit technical. So that's why I'm taking screenshots, which will be helpful for you. Yeah. Mhm. So we can export it. Like we can use this option, like action option, to export it in one of these format, as well as we can perform these like actions. Okay. Duplicate slides. Trying to prepare the slides as well. So when I'm sending it to you, it will be easy for you to understand what is happening and how things are. So schedule. So in the schedule, haven't used any parameters. So what is a parameter actually? So when we say parameters, it is to provide additional filter options. Say for
Yeah.
example, we are saying that we need employees who have joined the company after 2021. So we need to have this particular date entered in the system, right? So we can add a parameter asking for please provide a effective start date of employees, using which I can filter. So once you have provided the date, the report will be filtered based on this parameters. So
Mm.
the place or the placeholder where these values are captured is called a parameter. Okay, and then the output. So let's see what are the output that we can see here. So what type of output it should be. So what we are saying is what we are doing is we try to schedule this, right? How this should happen, and yeah, we just like if we go through each tab, we will know how this will be processed.
Mhm.
Okay. So output save data for republishing, and schedule. In schedule we are saying once. It can be daily, it can be hourly or minute. Okay.
Mama,
Mm.
where's
And
Papa? Mama, where's Papa?
Yeah, yeah. You can continue.
yeah, no worries, no worries. So yeah, and output name over here, right? We can provide some kind of name instead of output one. We can provide, say, employee name list. Let's have it as employee name list. And I don't think I'm able to view everything here. Yeah, it's fine. Which calendar we have to use, and what is the time zone that needs to be used, and what is the format. So I'm going to have it as PDF. Okay, I'm going to have this as PDF. Um, and then let's, yeah, if you see here, it says email. So
Mhm.
let me put it this way. So I will have it not all employee listing. Okay, it can be at like looks like we can add multiple reports, layouts and reports, right? If there are multiple layouts which are created based on a like so to make you understand, what we have done first, we have created a data set, correct?
Mhm.
We have created a data set. Maybe I can show you through. Yeah, what we have done is we have created a data set, correct? We have created one data set, and then we have created one layout for the data set. However, one data set can be used to create multiple reports. Okay, it can be in any format like PDF, or as you saw, it can be on a PDF, Excel, PowerPoint, and so on. So if we want to send all these or one of these, we can use it, and we can actually see prefer to send maybe one PDF and one Excel. Okay, so we can say EMP details XLS. Simply I'm giving some name, for example. Okay, and both are using the same, like both are using the same layout and format and so on. So I'm going to send everything. Like over here, if you notice, we have an option like we have FTP or content server. So FTP means it is to place it in an FTP folder, like a file transfer protocol folder. So shared folder which clients can use. Like Say for example, there is a third party tool which requires all these data to be imported into their system. Okay, so as soon as, so let's say once the data set is based on a filter, how it filters is, it will pull up all the employees who have joined 2 days ago or maybe 1 day ago, which means the new joiners. So we can name this as a new joiner list. Okay, and we need to or the client wants to maintain it in their third party server. So they have another server, and if they want to save it in that particular server, in that case the client can use the FTP. Okay,
Mhm.
and then a content server, I'm not so sure about it, maybe we can look for it. What is content server? Content
FTP, what full form did you say?
file transfer protocol.
Okay, file transfer.
Confusion. Content server. Okay.
It
Fusion
is just
middleware.
pulling of data, right? Like it's nothing much, or is it just to know the SQL scripts, right?
This is to know how to create, like this session, you mean, right?
Yeah,
Session.
like everything in BI report like this
Mm-hmm.
report pulling report. Like it is mostly just knowing that queries.
Yeah,
Like
we need to understand SQL query as well as if you notice here, we are scheduling it, right? We are automating it. So
mm,
we can set it like every day at this time, I need this report to be sent to this place.
okay,
So frequency once or frequency weekly, monthly, daily. So if we set it as daily and provide a particular day, so daily maybe 1 day, we can have from first start date to end date, or we can use a trigger. Okay, we can
yeah.
use a
If it is
trigger
set
and
up,
so on.
like it
Mhm.
might be set up too, right? um like in the existing company somebody can set it up also,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes, yes. Of course, of course. So, so I believe your question is mainly based on whether you will be asked to perform this action or not, right?
Yeah, initially like somebody can guide you, or it is like predefined, it must be predefined. Like I use it now at field glass, so there's
Mm,
nothing much in that report pulling.
exactly, exactly.
Just yeah, just you have to know what do you want to pull, and
Yes.
yeah, just set
So,
it up.
yes, so that's functional side of it. Okay, what you're doing is functional side of it, and this is something technical. So this is techno-functional, we can say. So over here, we will be able to create a report. Okay, say for example in your present company also, if one of them is saying that boss, if I have this additional field, it will be helpful
Mhm.
for me. In that case, you can go ahead, like if you know where to create it or how the reports are created, you can go ahead and simply add that particular, that one field, and you can use it, start using it, right? Instead of relying on someone else or some technical person who might be busy all the time, right? So it is better to learn this, but it is not necessary or compulsion to learn everything. So just have this in your mind that this is where you will be creating the data set, and this is how it will be created, and these are the options available. So these are some wonderful options, I would say, because most of the tools don't have these options and need to be created by using by, I mean, I would say database administrator, because database administrator will have access to the database itself, direct database itself, where they can create triggers, workflows, and so on, right? Using a procedure or yeah, they can do much, but everything requires coding. Over here, if
Mhm.
you notice, coding is very less. Navigation is lot. Like we have to move from left to right. Like we have to make sure that all the details are provided correctly to receive these values.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Yeah, as part of the training program, we need to understand, like I will have to teach you that this is how things are, and this is how these like you can set up and schedule the reports and so on. So this will give you an idea. So we
Yeah.
haven't looked into like if we take only the BI report, we haven't looked at it even 15 percentage of it, right? So it's just 10%, I would say 5% to 10% only we are looking into it, because there is lot and lot of things that can be performed here. Okay,
Yeah.
so we are just looking at the basics. Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
So now what we are trying to do is we are trying to perform one particular action, like
Mm-hmm.
so. mm,
Like I wanted to know that whether BI report is only like somebody only assigned to pull BI report, or is just like a
eh,
particular functional
like
consultant has to do some BI report. Yeah. Do we
no
have
no
any not like that?
not like that, not like that. Like anybody can create a BI
Yeah.
report if they have access to this reporting and analytics. And the techno functional person will have, I mean, or will have a additional responsibility to
Mm-hmm.
create these type of reports based on the requirement, on your requirement, internal requirement or client's requirement. They will help you by creating such reports. Okay, and functional consultant will mainly look at, yeah, they will also help you with the BA report, and their responsibility is to make sure that the database level events are performed properly or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, and the upgrades are happening or not. So all those things will be handled by the technical person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, as we are going to be a functional consultant, it is not necessary that we like for sure we need to know this. But if you know this, it's going to be an additional advantage for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, the first question that you asked, like, will there be already so many reports created, right? Why can't we use those? Of course, we can use those, and the companies will have it. But unfortunately, if say, like, fortunately or unfortunately, if you are placed in a like, unfortunately is a very bad word, so I won't use it here. What we can say, like, say you have joined a company which has recently bought Oracle, and
Mm-hmm.
they have
I
so many
don't
requirements.
have.
Exactly, they will expect even the functional
Yeah.
consultant to build at least a basic report like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Over here we are not using anything at all, like we are not using inner joins and so on. We are simply calling straightly, like without any complex coding. We are straight away calling, boss, bring me some fields from this table, one particular table.
Mm.
So that can be an expectation from some people. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I
Cool.
got it. Yeah.
So here, yeah. Let's see this. So here let's try to send this through an email. I'm not sure if it is going to work or not. And if you notice here, there are two reports we have selected, right? So all these two reports are shown here. So
Mhm.
even though if there are two reports, we can have only one of these, or we can send all the report. And mm, I'm going to send it to me. Mm, this is mandatory, and message sample report from Oracle HCM. Okay, and schedule. Let's see how this is scheduled. So if you notice, the schedule is like run now, which means once we submit it, right, this needs
Mhm.
to run immediately. Okay, and it's going to be once notifications. Maybe we can see what are the things available in the notification. Notifications are report completed. Notify me by email. So we can say set it as once this is completed, we can say report completed, like to an email also we can try to have it. So once a day, schedule it, then we can submit it. Okay, submit it, and job name we can say first report set, right? First report. Yeah, okay, submitting. It says job first report submitted successfully submitted. So I'm just waiting for this email. Yeah, so I received it in 2 emails. Okay, let me open it in the
Here's Papa.
uh,
When will he come back?
Gmail. Are you able to see these two?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Dad?
I'm just going to open this, and it's an Excel sheet. Okay,
Yeah.
sample report from Oracle HCM demo.
Yeah.
Okay, and likewise, we have also sent PDF.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So it's a very good option to send details from
Yeah.
this to one of our email. Okay, and then yeah, so we are actually done with this reports.
Mm-hmm.
And if we want to see what are things have happened, we can see this using the job history. Okay, and XOD successfully sent. See,
Yeah.
so it
Insta.
shows yes. Uh, so when it was sent and so on, so it will show us whether what is the status and so on. Like once we have sent it, like right. So once we have sent it, if we want to know when this process has completed and so on, like say if we are placing it in a server, in that case we can see whether it has been successfully sent or not. If the system is facing some issues, like if the FTP like FTP name or credentials are incorrect, in that case we can see that the status will say as failed, and we can see why it has failed and so on. So that can be seen from this particular like option.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, under action you can see this one. So this is how a report is built, and this is how we can set it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Mm, okay, so I will pause the session for today here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I hope you were able to understand at least overview of this, because I clearly know that it's going to be hard for us, because this is the first time you're looking at this like X-rays, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's not something which we do it day in and day out. So as how we learned how to navigate through the system, yeah,
Yeah.
we will also learn how to create all these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you need to practice it. So maybe you can use the session, like today's recording, you can use it, and you can try to create your own like reports. Yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
can try to create one or two reports, additional reports. And you mentioned that you like what about other tables, right? address tables or jobs, right? So we can use it. So job is under appointment, I believe, right? So P or location is available. Location details underscore F. So maybe you can use this. And let's see, I have the details here. Um, maybe jobs, right? Let me check. Employee jobs or person job, person address. Yeah, you can use something like person name is available, right? So we can also use person appointment or position. Yeah, person position. For this, we will have to use inner join. Maybe next session, I can try to give you an example with two tables. And once that is completed, we will finish this session.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this particular session, BI report session alone, we can finish it off because the example that we show that like shared today is a very simple example where we don't have any inner joins or anything. So maybe we can use multiple tables. Like I would say we can add one more table, one more additional table, and then extract a report. Okay, and also in next section we can see how to publish a report. So this is to create a report, right? We have seen how to create a report. Uh, like tomorrow's
Publish,
session, we can see
publish
how to.
means to all the employees.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
it will be available in the community level. Like yeah, yeah, we can use it over there. Hmm? So we can review that how it is done and what are the options available and so on. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.